Hello, buddy. Welcome to your English class. Today we are going to learn something new and interesting. Are you looking forward to start this lesson? I really am. So let's get started. Lesson 15. How is it going? Let's remember some daily routine vocabulary. Can you name the pictures without looking in your dictionary? Now let's do it together. To wake up, to have breakfast, to go to work, to take a shower, to brush one's teeth, to go for a walk, to walk a dog, to go to bed. I hope you can use these phrases because you have learned them previously. Now tell me about your daily routine using these phrases in present simple. To wake up, to brush teeth, to take a shower, to go to work, and so on. When you tell a story, you can use words then, after that, and a certain time at 5 a.m., at 6 p.m., and so on. Now make a story about your daily routine and tell it to me. For example, I wake up at 6 o'clock every morning. I brush my teeth and take a shower. I go to work at 8 o'clock. After work, I go for a walk. I walk my dog every day. After that, I go to bed. Now make a pause and speak about yourself. Nice work. Let's move to the next slide. There are some phrases about daily life. I will read these expressions and you repeat after me. Go to the cinema. Go to the cinema. To go to the theater. To go to the theater. To go out. To hang out. To go out. To hang out. To eat out. To eat out. To visit somebody. To visit somebody. To go to the party. To go to the party. Please write down these words into your vocabulary and learn them. Now I will give you some more information about present simple. Every grammatical tense has its own time expressions. Time expressions are some signal words. These words help us understand what grammatical tense it is. For example, if you see every day in the sentence, or every week, every month, or for example, twice a day, 3 times a year, it means that you deal with present simple. There are some more time expressions for present simple, and the name of them are adverbs of frequency. Take a look at this. Adverbs of frequency is a special group of words which give us information about how often something happens. Always means that you do it every time, every single day, 7 days a week. For example, I always make my bed. It means I never skip doing this. Usually. We use usually to tell that we do something on a regular basis and almost every day, but sometimes we can skip. For example, I usually make my bed, but today I didn't. Often is used to tell that something happens with this amount of frequency, almost usually. Seldom, only couple times a week or a month or a year. Sometimes we don't do this often, only sometimes. And never means 0% of frequency. If we speak about percentage, always means 100%. Usually is about 90-80%. Often 70-60. Seldom 30. Sometimes 20. And never 0. Actually, we can say that seldom and rarely can mean 20% and sometimes can mean 30%. Now let's take a look at the structure. We usually put adverbs of frequency between the subject and the main verb. I sometimes eat nuts. I is a subject, eat is a main verb. Sometimes goes after subject and before the main verb, so between them. I sometimes eat nuts. He never plays golf. This is very important. In English, every word should be on the certain place. Now make some sentences about yourself in present simple using adverbs of frequency. I hope you have already wrote them down and now you can look in your copybook and use them in the correct way. For example, I always brush my teeth. I never play the guitar. I sometimes cook dinner. Pause this video and write down the sentences. Excellent. Let's learn something more. Present simple, interrogative form or question form. We make questions using auxiliary verbs, do or does, in the beginning of the sentence. We use do for I, you, we, they, and does for he, she, it. We have already talked about that when we learned the verb have. So to make a sentence, you just put do or does in the beginning. Do you work here? Does he live there? Pay attention to this. We don't add any endings to the main verb. Adding ending s or es or ies was possible only in positive form. In negative and question forms, we don't use this anymore. So, does he live here? Does she work there? Let's practice. Make question forms of the sentences. Write them down. For example, I live in Paris. Do you live in Paris? Or do I live in Paris? She dances very well. Does she dance very well? We don't put ending es anymore. Does she dance very well? Make a pause and do this exercise in writing. Then check your answers. Correct answers. Number 1. Do you live in Paris? 2. Does she dance very well? 3. Do they often visit doctors? 4. Does my cousin read in bed? 5. Does his brother watch TV a lot? 6. Does Alice ride a bike twice a week? 7. Do Tom and Nick play chess at the weekend? 8. Do we go to bed early? 9. Do you wake up at 7 a.m.? You did it! Perfect. If you have any questions about this, don't hesitate to ask me in comments below. And let's go on. Now, let's learn how to make negative form of present simple. We make negative form just by adding an auxiliary verbs plus participle not. For example, I like lemons. I don't like lemons. I do not like lemons. She works here. She does not work here. And short forms: do not, don't, does not, doesn't. And it's time to make negative forms of the sentences. You can do this exercise orally or in writing. Pause this video and make some negative forms. For example, I spend a lot of time reading books. I do not spend a lot of time reading books. Or I don't spend a lot of time reading books. Go ahead. Correct answers. Number 2. She does not play the piano very well, or she doesn't play the piano very well. We do not go to the park every day, or we don't go to the park every day. They don't cook dinner at the weekend. You don't often go to the restaurants. He doesn't read comics. I don't walk my dog twice a day. Alex doesn't swim in the pool every week. Sonia doesn't dance beautifully. There is one mistake in these positive sentences. Can you see a mistake here? Number 6. He read comics. This is not correct. If the subject of the sentence he, she, or it, we must add ending s. He reads comics. I'm glad you could find the mistake. And one more exercise. Read the sentences and make question and negative forms. Write them down. For example, she works long hours. Question form. Does she work long hours? Negative form. She doesn't work long hours. Let me show you the example. Now, pause this video and do the exercise in writing. Good luck. Correct answers. Number 1. Does she work long hours? She doesn't work long hours. 2. Do we sometimes dance? We don't sometimes dance. 3. Does he go to bed at 10 p.m.? He doesn't go to bed at 10 p.m. 4. Do you usually have breakfast in the morning? I don't usually have breakfast in the morning. 5. Does Sam often go for a walk? Sam doesn't often go for a walk. 6. Do they eat porridge every day? They don't eat porridge every day. 7. Do my parents go for a picnic at the weekend? My parents don't go for a picnic at the weekend. Number 8. Does her sister like painting? Her sister doesn't like painting. 9. Does his father teach Chinese? His father doesn't teach Chinese. Thank you for your hard work. Let's go on. These are some short answers for present simple. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, he does. Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Again, we use do for I, you, they, and does for he, she, it. Let's practice. Give short answers about yourself. For example, do you live in a big city? Yes, I do. Do you like apples? No, I don't. Practice saying short answers now. Amazing! Which words or phrases from this lesson were new for you? Write them down into your vocabulary. Don't forget to learn them at home. Tell me, please, how to make question and negative forms of the sentences with present simple. Can you remember some adverbs of frequency? Where in the sentence do we usually put adverbs of frequency? How to make short answers in present simple? If you are not sure about your answers, watch this lesson one more time and do the tasks again. But I hope you had some practice and you made some notes so you knew the answers. Today, our lesson is over. It was a pleasure to work with you. You are such a good student, nice and hardworking. Do your home task and learn some new material, and see you in our next lesson. Bye!